Good morning. It's July 13th and I'm leaving camp at about 6:05. I had a nice night next to the lake and camped next to a very nice hiker from Sweden named Lena. Tried to get an early start because I have a goal of doing over 18 miles today down into or nearby Sierra City and then back up the other side. So quite a bit of descent in the morning and quite a bit of ascent in the afternoon and evening. It's going to be a big day. Let's get at it. Look at this trail magic. No trail angels around, but they left some coolers and some chairs. Let's see what's in here. Granola bars, a little notepad to leave notes. Oh, drinks. Awesome. Thank you, nameless trail angel. I love the Corona sign stuck in behind the PCT sign. It wasn't just a Corona sign, it was a hand-drawn "Hello hikers, enjoy" sign with a rainbow and a heart. I love it. I am enjoying a drink. Thanks again, trail angels. Wow. Look how hazy it is. That is smoke from forest fires from a good distance away. Southern Minnesota guy has been keeping an eye on the fire reports for me and letting me know if anything is affecting me. But even though the fire itself is not nearby, the smoke is sure nearby, and it's probably not great air quality to be breathing. So it's quite breezy today too, so maybe it'll help clear some of this out. I hope so. Well, I never thought I would say that I was thankful for overgrown trail, but this descent is coming down a pretty darn steep slope with multiple switchbacks, and back there there was really nothing psychologically preventing me from thinking about sliding down the hill. And it was quite windy, like gusts of blustery wind that kind of made me wobble a little bit. So I was thinking of my dad and how he says, "Do the bison thing." So a long time ago, there was an indigenous speaker that came to a theater in my hometown, and they were talking about the bison on the prairie in Minnesota and South Dakota, and how when the snowstorms come or any kind of storms come, you know, maybe the cows or other animals might try to like sidestep it or run away from it, but the bison just, you know, they've got big furry, woolly head and shoulders, and so they just head straight into the storm, because the sooner you face the storm, the sooner you're out of the storm. So I kept on thinking of my dad and saying, "Do the bison thing." And now I've turned a corner and I'm in the shade, thank goodness, and there are some manzanita bushes and some of those prickly little bushes that I hate, but I love them today because it helps me feel a little more secure, and I'm out of the wind now on this stretch, so thank goodness for that. So I'm gonna keep on doing the bison thing and heading into the storm here. The only way out is through. It's 11 o'clock. I've done 6.6 miles, but they were hard miles. This descent has been alternating between pretty very dramatic drop-offs and narrow trail to like big cobbly rock that wants to twist your ankle, to overgrown manzanita and other kinds of bushes, and then just, you know, put that on alternate and combine them sometimes. So it's been a morning already, but I'm here at a campsite underneath the shade of a tree, and it is wonderful. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to drink the rest of my electrolytes and have a homemade apple fruit roll-up for a snack, and then continue on down the hill. There are still quite a few switchbacks yet to go, and I need to have a little go power to get me down the hill. I think I've said this before, sometimes going down the hill is almost as hard as going up the hill, just because it takes a lot of muscle control and carefully placed footsteps so you don't slip. So anyway, I'm gonna rest up and then I'll keep on keeping on. Well, I had a lovely conversation with Rooster from Germany at the break, and then I continued on down the trail, and it is like night and day difference in the trail conditions between what I was doing this morning and then after my break at the campsite. It is like, am I even on the same stretch of trail? It doesn't feel like it. So it's about 11:30 and I'm looking for a shady spot to stop and have lunch. There's a water source coming up in about 1.3 miles, so that might be my lunch spot for today. I'm here at the Switchback Spring enjoying some strawberry coconut almond oats from the Backcountry Foodie, and planning where my next break spot is going to be because it is very warm. Being next to the spring is nice because I've got a little cool breeze off of the spring, but otherwise it's pretty warm here. But I think I'm still feeling confident that I can make my 18-mile goal for the day. I'll just take it slow and steady up the ascent out of Sierra City, and I think I have 10.2 more miles to do to make it to that goal campsite, so we'll see how it goes. This is the wrap-up for July 13th. The vibe today was overgrown, never-ending switchbacks. I had a big descent down to the Highway 44 that leads to Sierra City, and then a big ascent climbing back out. And I had a goal campsite, but I stopped 0.8 miles short of that because it was getting very dark and there were some nice flat stealth sites here. Overall, I feel pretty good about the day. I did a very challenging elevation loss and gain. And tomorrow I have a similar goal of about 18 miles. So I'm going to hit the sack and rest up. Until next time, come along with me as I hike slow, take a lot of pictures, and eat a lot of snacks. Good night.